Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here with day 2 in my 2023 December daily album. And so today I'm going to be working primarily with Ali Edwards products. These hexagons were in a previous year's main kit, I believe. And then the pattern papers that I'm using are from this year's main kit. That beautiful green, just an offcut that I had, and then the tree background paper that's a light cream with gold embossed. And so I wanted to have a play with hexagons today, and I've done a couple of things here. I'll try to go through as best I can. The first thing I did was played around with how to configure the transparency hexagons on the page and combine it with a larger hexagon photo. And it ended up that I printed out 3 photos, each a half of the hexagon. And then my text is also a half of a hexagon. I did all that in Photoshop and then printed these out and cut them into the hexagon shape, and also cut the green pattern paper as a half hexagon to go on top. And this is going to be a flip out, kind of like a little booklet, I guess. So I'm putting all of those together here using washi tape and just doing the 2 photos on the first flip, and then another photo and the text box on the second flip. Attaching those all together with washi tape, and then I will adhere that to the background pattern paper on the far left hand side. So day 2 goes on the back of day 1 in my album, so it is a left facing page, and so the punching will be on the right hand side or the right hand side of the page. And then that will give me some space for the smaller hexagon transparencies to use those as embellishments. So the little booklet here is coming together. I'm trying to make it so that none of the washi tape shows, because it's not really, it doesn't really match the layout, so to speak, and that's all right. But I will, once I adhere it down, I will grab another washi and just kind of hide that seam there. So you can see here how it comes together, and how when you open it out, it will open out to the left of the page. And I went ahead and tick-tock, went ahead and grabbed this little black and red plaid. I feel like there's a lot of green going on this page. I don't know if I've used these transparency hexagons before, but it seemed like I had a lot of green ones, which was perfect because it ties in with the green pattern paper. But it is going to be a very heavy on the green layout. So if green is not your favorite color, this may not be your favorite layout, and that's okay. But here, once I put that plaid washi tape down, it felt a little heavy with the black. So I added another little strip of candy cane, just again trying to put some red into the layout. And so my idea for these hexagons is actually to hide the words on the hexagons. The red hexagon is going to be adhered to the green pattern paper as the tab to pick up the booklet or the flip out, but the others are going to be just kind of randomly shaped, however it works out for having enough I'm trying to have enough to do a full vertical strip. So some of them I'm going to trim off on the edge and then use the offcuts in another spot. I hope that makes sense, but I think you'll get it once it all comes together. I am using glue dots here on these transparencies, and I'm trying to put the glue dots underneath the words. Lesson learned on the bottom one. You can see where I put 2 glue dots on either side of the words, and they totally show through. So I am going to cover that with a different embellishment or something like that to hide the glue dots. But it doesn't show, the glue dots don't show underneath the gold. So that's a good thing. It ends up working out really nicely, and they look really cute. And I like the idea. One of the things I like is that when you flip out the photos, there's still a cute little row of hexagons there. And then when you close it back, the hexagon column is complete again. So I think that's a really fun way here to work with the hexagon shape. It has its challenges, I think, working with this shape, but it is a lot of fun, and hopefully this gives you an idea about how to incorporate them into your layout. So my story for the day is, well, the photos are of me decorating our tree. And so one of the things that I wanted to try this year was gathering our ornaments into clusters and doing clusters around the tree. And so I've had a good time playing with that. Also had the opportunity for Asher to come and help put the clusters together, and that was a ton of fun. I did not get a photo of the 2 of us together, and I'm okay with that. Here's one of the reasons why I'm okay with that. I have lots of photos throughout the years of Asher decorating the tree, but I don't really have a lot of photos of myself decorating the tree. And so I felt like these were important this year to include the photos of myself, and that it's okay to not always have photos from in the moment or a particular moment of the story that you want to document. And the underlying gist that I didn't really, point out in my journaling, but it's really nice to see some growth and some positive changes in our family, just in the family dynamic. And that's something that I'm observing, blah, 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 and paying attention to this year. And the lovely thing is that when I look at our tree this year, that's what I'm reminded of. And so that's why I'm going to title this layout Stories Around the Tree. And at first, when you first hear that, you might think, oh, okay, stories that happen around the tree. But in a way, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek around the tree that spark these other stories. And so think about things that happen because you have your Christmas tree, or because you're decorating your tree, or because you use the same ornaments every year, or because you're doing something different with the ornaments. That's what led to this story about our Christmas tree. And so I wanted to share that because I feel like it's a really cool journaling prompt for a layout, and I would love for you to incorporate that in your own album if it inspires you to document a story, and also if it inspires you to look for different stories throughout this season this year. So embellishments for the page. This is where it got fun because one thing, I really love these layered stars from the Ollie Edwards main kit. And I especially love that the felt numbers and the felt trees go together. And this helps create a bit of unity here on this page. The felt number 2 contrasts great against that green pattern paper. I've been wanting to do that ever since I first saw those in the product previews, and they live perfectly on these hexagons. Look how cool that looks when you flip the little flip out to the journaling, and how the little hexagons almost make a circle around the text box, and that's just really cool to me. I like how that looks. So like I said I was going to do, I did cover the words on those hexagons with the stars, the felt trees. I covered the little glue dot incident with a word strip that says under the tree, I think. And then I adhered that to the back of day 1, which you can see here, and some of the transparencies were covering the holes, so I went ahead and punched those. There's a little bit of challenge with this little felt tree and trying to get it to stick down flat. And then you'll notice too, I did not see it yet at this point, but that green hexagon on the right hand side is missing an embellishment. So I will add another star to that, and you'll see that at the end of the video. I did want to add the title. And so I just grabbed this older gold foam alphabet from American Crafts. I don't remember what collection it was a part of or anything like that, but it seemed to echo the gold of the hexagons here, and it also stands out nicely against that green pattern paper. And I will also say this, that after I finished filming and photographed this, I kept looking at this title and I was not really happy with it at this in this format. So I did redo the title off camera so that it goes around the 2. So day 2 is complete in my album. Woohoo! Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've been inspired. I hope you've had a fun play with hexagons today. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.